Welcome to our journey through one of the most pivotal moments in history, the last 24 hours of Jesus Christ. In this video, we will explore the events that led to the crucifixion, diving deep into the emotional and spiritual significance of each moment. It all begins in an upper room where Jesus shares a final meal with his disciples, establishing a new covenant through the breaking of bread and sharing of wine. What did he mean by this profound act? And how did it set the stage for what was to come? The Passover feast, a moment of tradition, of unity. But tonight it is different. Tonight Jesus breaks the bread, and with it he reveals his fate.
This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me. Luke 22:19.
Judas Iscariot. For years he followed, he listened, he watched as the blind received sight, as the lame walked, as the dead were raised. He had seen the power, he had seen the miracles, but something inside him had changed.
Truly I tell you, one of you will betray me. Matthew 26:21, John 13:21.
Jesus breaking the bread, the disciples looking at one another in confusion, Judas shifting uneasily. Jesus looking directly at Judas. The tension is thick. Then, Jesus speaks.
What you must do, do quickly. John 13:27.
The final piece is set in motion. As darkness falls, Jesus retreats to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray. Here we witness his humanity, his anguish and resolve as he prepares for the trials ahead. What thoughts filled his heart and mind in these agonizing moments? The night is thick with sorrow. Beneath twisted olive trees, his face streaked with sweat, his heart pounding with the weight of the world, of sin, of suffering, of salvation, pressed upon him. Betrayal is near. The chains of suffering are tightening. The cross awaits. The silence is broken only by his whispered prayer.
Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me, but not my will, but yours be done. Matthew 26:39.
His closest friend asleep, his betrayer approaching. Torches flicker, footsteps draw near, the betrayal has begun.
Rabbi?
Judas whispers, he kisses Jesus. The soldier sees Jesus. Peter draws a sword, cutting off a soldier's ear, but Jesus stops him.
Put your sword away. Shall I not drink the cup the Father has given me? John 18:11.
The fire crackles in the cold night air. Shadows dance against the stone walls of the high priest's courtyard. Among the murmuring crowd, a lone figure lingers, watching, waiting, hiding. Peter, the boldest of the disciples, the one who swore he would never abandon Jesus, now stands at a distance. His hands tremble. His heart pounds. The echoes of his master's arrest still ring in his ears. Then a voice cuts through the night, sharp, accusing.
You were with him, the man called Jesus.
All eyes turn. The moment of truth has come. But fear grips Peter's soul, and in that instant the rock begins to crumble.
I don't know the man.
Peter in the courtyard, watching from a distance. Peter's face fills with regret as Jesus looks at him. The physical and emotional toll of the events escalate as Jesus faces humiliation and suffering. What does his passion reveal about sacrifice and love? Pontius Pilate, ruler of Judea, has seen countless trials, heard the pleas of the condemned, and passed judgment without hesitation. But today is different. Before him stands a man unlike any other, a man silent before his accusers, a man whose very presence unsettles the crowd, and Pilate himself.
I find no fault in him.
Crucify him, crucify him.
Pilate, frustrated.
Crucify him, crucify him.
Take him. Do as you wish.
Blood runs down his back. The crown of thorns is pressed onto his head. Jesus struggles under the weight of the cross. A Roman soldier grabs Simon of Cyrene. Jesus stumbles. Simon helps him. They reach Golgotha. The soldier stretches arms on the wood. Then the sound of nails being hammered. Jesus flinches. The cross is lifted. And finally we arrive at the cross, a symbol of despair, yet also of hope and redemption. Jesus hangs on the cross. Blood drips. The sky darkens.
Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Luke 23:34.
The crowds mocked him. The soldiers gambled for his clothes, but he prayed for them. Jesus looks at the thief on the cross.
Jesus, remember me.
Today, you will be with me in paradise. Luke 23:43.
Mary, weeping at the foot of the cross. Mary does not move. She stands at the foot of the cross, her hands trembling, her face streaked with tears. The boy she once cradled, The son she once kissed goodnight now hangs before her, broken, bleeding, dying. The earth shakes, the temple curtain tears.
It is finished. John 19:30.
Joseph of Arimathea gently wraps Jesus' body, lays him in the tomb. The stone rolls shut. Silence, darkness, hope, sealed in a tomb. But the story was far from over. 3 days later, everything changed. The last 24 hours of Jesus were filled with pain, betrayal, and sacrifice. Yet through his suffering, he brought redemption, love, and eternal hope. The story does not end in the tomb, because on the third day, the stone was rolled away, and he rose again. The sacrifice of Jesus was the beginning of hope for all who believe. His love, his grace, and his victory over death offer us eternal life. As we reflect on his final hours, may we remember the depth of his love and the power of his resurrection. If this message has touched your heart, let us know in the comments. What does the sacrifice of Jesus mean to you? We invite you to like, share, and subscribe. May you walk in his love and grace today and always. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. John 3:16. Thank you for watching. May God bless you and strengthen your faith.